Hola, guys. Hello. I see we've got a few people in here already. Sorry, we're getting squared away. Matt's bringing my tea and honey. He just got home and it's kind of ugly out, so um, I wasn't expecting to actually him to be here. Um, what you doing?
Cat.
He's been annoyed by cats lately, like a lot. You say hi to the people. I'm gonna go get a thing for the honey. So
Okay. I'm going to turn the heat on our internet dish because you can do that. Oh, it was already on.
Doesn't it automatically kick on?
Yeah, supposedly, but I don't trust it.
Oh, well, apparently it did. We've had a good signal, so yeah, awesome. So who do we have here? Patty is here. Gonna
Naked
miss your
gardeners
laugh.
are here.
Oh, that's okay, Patty. No worries. Rebecca Davis is here. Hola. Faja's Kitchen. That's a new one. Hello. I did run into you in a live the other day, so and I remember you. Naked Gardeners. We got Tori. They're going to be on a live, I think, with Bland's Promised Land. Is that right? I think you guys are going to be on there today at 7. I think it's 7. And then
Rebecca doesn't remember my name.
this is Matt, my wonderful husband.
Now I'm sad.
So Rebecca Davis lives, I think, I can't remember if you actually live in Columbia or just outside of Columbia. But yeah. And then there's Ashley. Hey, sweetheart. Heather Hopper. Hello. Oh, 8 Central Time. Okay, cool. Yeah, because we're doing a Zoom thing at 7:30 Central Standard Time. So, but I know you guys are going to be doing that. So I know that there was going to be some overlap there.
Who's doing a Zoom?
I am.
Oh,
With a few of my homesteading friends.
I didn't know you had friends.
I have friends. So Rose is from Wholesome Roots. She's down in Georgia, I believe, out there in the south. So they have a nice long growing season down there.
I love the name of that. Never enough time.
It's great, actually. Welcome. I am getting my honey.
So, is it Faja's Kitchen? Phaja's Kitchen? Faja's Kitchen?
Now, see, because I'm a Spanish speaker, I have to be careful. He is clarifying for me. Because in Spanish, we just pronounced it
Faja.
J like an H. Yeah. So it's ha. But I know that I don't think that's right. Yeah, Rose is going to be in our Zoom meeting. So is Ashley, Dawn from Little Mountain Life, and we got a couple more coming.
Is this something I'm?
You don't need to if you want. I was going to ask if you wanted to be there. You don't have to be. It's not a requirement.
We'll see. We'll see if it's boring.
If it's boring. Nah, it's nice because we're actually going to, like, these lives are great just to connect with people, but I think the Zooms are going to be nice because we actually get to see each other face to face and interact with each other. Jar. Okay, so Faja. Is that right? Oh, gotcha. Gotcha, Tori. I understand that. That's cool. Well, if you want to pop into the Zoom chat before, I can send you the link if you want me to send that to you. Yeah, it is Tori. It's that one that I had mentioned in our group before. Yeah, I don't know. I was hoping to hear from you, but I didn't. And I figured it was just because of you had that live that you were going to be on. So, hola, Jovita. ¿Qué tal, amiga? Jan, what's up?
I went to a Mexican restaurant.
You did?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. There you go. To the Manchos, right?
Pancho Francisco was there.
Yeah. It's just hard to find good Mexican food here in Missouri. Everything is Tex-Mex. And I don't have anything against Tex-Mex. It's just I prefer Mexican food.
Mhm. Well, the issue is that, well, first of all, there's different cuisines from different areas of Mexico, just like in Missouri. I mean, just like in the U.S. You know, we have Southern cooking, we have New York style cooking, you know,
Cat.
and
Hey, we have a cat who's very loud lately.
I'm gonna get it. You better.
Rebecca Davis asked if we've been to Carlitos. Yes, we have been to Carlitos.
Carlitos, however you want to say it. They're actually, I think, Peruvian.
Yeah, it's kind of a fusion
mixture,
of Peruvian and Mexican. I actually have talked to the lady quite a bit that runs that restaurant, and the food is good. I actually preferred their South location because they had more Peruvian dishes, and I actually learned about some of their dishes, and they're really, really delicious. The lomo saltado, which is that steak stir fry, it's amazing. Amazing.
I don't know if that's Sid or Tori, but if you want, you can have our cats. All of them.
Yeah, we have too many. I posted it. If you saw the thumbnail, you'll see that. Yeah, I kind of mentioned the cats in it.
Yeah, so our cats started going in heat, which is always fun.
Yeah.
And it's normal. I mean, and so we said, well, you know, it's time to get them fixed.
Yeah.
Well, called the vet to get them in, and she said, "Do you want them to come in together?" And I said, "Well, that'd be ideal." And you
She
love
says no,
cats.
they have to.
You and I may not get along then.
Who loves cats? Oh, Rose. Well, you can have some of ours.
Yes.
I will gladly drive down to Georgia and drop off our cats at your place.
But anyway, we're not going to be able to get them in for 2 weeks, so we got to listen to this crap for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, Rose, if you want to do that, she wants 2 more kittens. We have 2 that have just gone into heat, like for the first time, and that's one of the cats that you hear. She's kind of going through that right now. She's scheduled to get, both of them are actually scheduled to get spayed in 2 weeks.
Well,
Week and a half.
Week and a half.
Yeah, week and a half. So you are welcome to them. They're actually super sweet.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. They are to me.
One of them is super sweet, and the other one is extremely standoffish.
She's not to me.
Okay.
She comes up to me.
Aren't you special?
I am. Hey, there's Bomber Steve. Hola. Bomber Steve is in Australia.
Okay.
Yeah.
What time is it where you are right now? Life adventures and keto.
Oh my goodness.
So, how do you enjoy the keto part of that?
She's been doing it for a long time.
Really?
So if you have any questions about keto,
yeah,
she is definitely somebody to talk to.
Yeah, we have a feral colony in our backyard too, and it's about to get weeded out pretty soon. And I'm not going to tell you how, but you can use your imagination.
On the YouTube. Although he's not considered feral, but yeah. See, Jan's got a couple of kittens. See, like everybody, yeah.
Still living it.
Yeah. Thank you for asking. That's what that means.
Oh. Thank you. Yeah, so I just had my A1C done recently, like yesterday, or day before yesterday, and I already knew that I was diabetic, but it was, oh my gosh, I'm gonna close that door.
Sorry, she's being really loud. She's been quiet most of the day, but she's had these like little 5-minute stints where she just won't shut up.
Well, she knows that we're trying to do something.
Yeah. It's like little kids, right? When like your toddlers, when I was home and trying to work from home, like they don't bother you until you're on a phone call.
So we already knew that I was diabetic, and then I got my new A1C number back today, and it's a lot worse than I thought it was. So we're in the middle of trying to figure out what those lifestyle changes look like for us.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't sure if keto was a good way to go. I'm not sure what kind of restrictions it has on sugar. I know it's a low carb diet. Is he thinking?
Oh, I don't know.
I know it's a low carb diet, but I didn't know about sugar intake and all of that. So,
well, I was looking at like paleo, since it's kind of heavy on the meat, but also lots of vegetables.
The problem with that's what I should do. I should wait until
that's awesome, Rose.
all of the holidays
Yeah.
from here until I die are over, and then go on keto.
Yeah. Well, we'll look into that and the Dr. Berry stuff.
Is she gonna claw the door now?
No, that was Mia coming down the stairs.
Oh. Yeah. So yeah. So I was basically pre-diabetic. Diagnosed a couple of years ago, pre-diabetic, and what's interesting is that when you get a diagnosis like that, it's not like, okay, here's exactly what you need to do.
No. But isn't that true for like everything?
Yeah,
we just talked to Josh and Jordan about this.
Yeah, it's like, you're diabetic. Good luck.
Yeah. And go do all the research yourself and figure out how.
Yeah. And here's here's medication.
Yeah, here's a bunch of medicine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So low carb, high fat, moderate protein. See, that's perfect. There are actually a lot of new doctors right now that are when it comes to diabetic diets, they're worrying a lot less about fats, and they're really only worried about carbs and sugars.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, see, Rose, that's what I was kind of looking into, because we actually don't eat a lot of sugar, just in general. Honey, I don't. And if I do, it's mostly honey or comes from fruit. Mm-hmm. The great thing about actual, like, authentic Mexican food is that there's little to no sugar in the food. Yeah. So we've talked about doing more Mexican food.
Yeah, it's the carbs. The carbs in the tortillas are the worst part.
Yeah, but we mainly eat corn, which helps, but still they are carbs. But
once you get past the tortillas, mm-hmm. then depending on how you prepare the meat and the way that we prepare it, we don't marinate it or anything like that in sugary marinades like orange juice or anything. The tortillas, then you have healthily cooked meat and mm-hmm. then vegetables. Yeah. And that's a taco right there. Yeah. And I could do that every day of my life. Yeah. So
tacos are literally like the perfect food.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah. The other danger is the rice, because the Spanish rice, but we'll be cutting back on that too, just because circumstances.
Managing without meds for 6 years. That's fantastic.
That's cool. Who said that? Where?
Life Adventures.
Wow. That's amazing. That's awesome. See, look, you and Bomber Steve would get along really well. Mm-hmm. Well, you would and you wouldn't. So Steve, like he's not a cat person either, but he's a snake guy. Yeah, and I know how you feel about snakes. So
I like dead snakes.
Yeah, Rose, I'm drinking mullein tea actually, with some honey. Oh, I forgot to get some lemon juice. I was gonna squeeze a few drops in there.
Counsel patients because the lesion cause. That's exactly right. So many diabetics go blind.
Yeah.
And then they start losing their toes, and my doctor actually he gave me a lot of hope, because he said that only there's a very small percentage, like maybe 6 to 8% of his patients that are even on insulin. And then and then past that, only like maybe 1% of those or 2% are of his patients are on insulin pumps.
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty rare that it gets that bad, but you do have to be proactive and take care of yourself for sure.
Yeah. Talking about snakes. I'm not a snake lover, but I don't hate them. Uh-oh. It's buffering. Sorry about that, guys. It's been doing that kind of on and off today, so just kind of connecting and not. So, but yeah, I used to not be. I used to not like snakes, but that and spiders. So those are the two.
Yeah.
Let me know if you guys can hear or can see us. Okay, we're getting a message that our connection is unstable, but according to our Starlink, it says that it's up, so we're not sure. So let me know if it is. Of course. Yeah. I mean, people are still commenting, so I'm assuming we're still up and we haven't heard anything. Hey, CJM Farms. I also saw the where are we? I saw a few other people pop in here. The Tinkerer's Wife. Hi, Patty. Don Ray B. I didn't get to say hello to you. And then there was one other person I saw in here that I didn't get to say hello to. Prepped for Eternity Homestead. Hello. Thanks for popping in, guys. Appreciate it.
Horchata.
Oh my goodness. So Rebecca, I haven't made it, but my daughter makes it. So my oldest daughter is in college now, but when she comes home, she'll bake. That's the one thing that she's really good at is baking, and she also makes horchata. And it's delicious. It's so good.
Okay, never enough kidney transplants.
What? No way.
And eyes. So that makes me really curious. What his kidney disease is.
Oh my goodness. That's insane. That
sounds horrible.
I haven't met anybody yet that's been in a similar situation. That's incredible. Wow.
Now we're buffering.
Okay. Yeah. I wondered because of the weather.
Yeah. We're getting snow here right now.
It's more like ice at this point.
You want to maybe put posts in there. Sorry.
Yeah. Wow. All right. I hope it's not buffering too bad. Oh, see, Tori also saw patients that were in kidney failure.
Oh, kidneys fail because of the diabetes. That's interesting.
Oh, gotcha.
So if you can see us.
Yeah.
So I went the opposite direction. My kidneys failed because of kidney disease, and then the medication that I've been on for the last 20 years has caused me to become insulin resistant, and so that's where my diabetes came from. So I kind of went the opposite direction.
Yeah.
But
yeah. But hey, did you know? So I'm not sure. I can't remember what your name is from Never Enough Time. If you could let me know, that'd be awesome. But today is World Kidney Day, so yeah. Cheers to you.
No, I don't celebrate World Kidney Day. I hate my old kidneys sucked. So
yeah. Hey, Mark, how's it going? Yeah. So we're not getting, aside from, I mean, it says that it's unstable, but our Starlink says it's up. Francine, okay.
And
that's a beautiful name.
Somebody said they refreshed and it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. If you have some issues with buffering, try refreshing. That might help. Looks like it's worked for a couple people. There's Marky Mark. How's it going, man? Mark is Ashley's husband. Yeah, Tori, that's the the downside of those medicines is that he has to take them to keep him alive, but in the process,
it's slowly killing me.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's just crazy. So right now, because of what's going on with the diabetes, like we're also trying to figure out solutions through diet and all of that, instead of just the doctors throwing medicine at him. Because I had mentioned that earlier when he texted me, and I was like, oh, well, let's go ahead and figure out what we want to do. And then before they start throwing meds at you, and then he's like, they already threw them at me.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a new medication. Just increased the medication I'm already on.
Oh, really?
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
but I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's go back to talking about getting rid of feral cats.
Feral cats. Well, Steve would definitely agree with you on that one. And we kind of feral cats. Well, Steve would definitely agree with you on that one. And I think we figured out.
Yeah.
But the first step in that is getting the 2 cats fixed. So that'll be another week and a half. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not wrong, Jan. You're not wrong at all. Let's see. We had on this, we were going to talk about the duck house progress, seed starting, shed wars, making sourdough, dumb cats.
I can talk about we can talk about the duck house if you want. So that stupid duck house. Emma had a great idea.
It's a great idea.
Emma had an annoying idea.
And it reduces waste.
That, by the way, involved me doing most of the hard work. And that was to disassemble a play set and reassemble it as a duck house.
Yeah.
And so, which is fine. I mean, we have like all of the siding that we want for it and the roofing that we want for it, probably. Maybe. I don't know if we have enough of it. But
yeah.
But yes, we do have a sourdough starter, and we're going to start working on making sourdough stuff.
Yeah, this weekend actually is going to be our first
So we want to try
adventure.
Sourdough pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. So anyway, I think I have a good plan in my head. I need to write it down, and then we'll be able to get that thing built and out of the shop. So
yeah, we were going to kind of take inventory of everything that's in there that we took off that can be used, and get new dimensions to see if we need to buy any more lumber or if we can use stuff.
Well, so what we're doing is we're basically building the.
I figured, Mark.
We're basically building the duck house very similar to the way we built the chicken coop, just
the lean-to,
with the lean-to method. Yeah. And we're going to do it without the legs, though. It's not going to have legs because the ducks can't go up and down the what do you call it?
The ramp.
The ramp, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they can go up and down a ramp. It just can't be the incline can't be too.
Yeah. So we're just gonna leave it pretty much on the ground, and then I think what we're gonna do is just build it on a pair of skis, and then make the roof the same angle as the chicken coop, just to kind of give it a good aesthetic when you're driving by and you see it.
Yeah.
So, but it'll just be a lot lower, and then we're gonna put rain barrels in between those.
Yeah.
And run water to both the ducks and the chickens.
Yeah.
But before we can think about much of that, we've got to get a run built.
Yeah, we do. Yep.
So we got to get 4x4s or 6x6s or something like that. Hardware cloth, and we're going to have to rent a post hole auger. Yeah. So we got a lot to do.
Yeah, we do have quite a bit to do. Yeah. So We've got, since I brought up sourdough, talking about sourdough stuff, looks like Tori made some naan bread with the discard. Now I'm curious about that, Tori. You said there's a video coming out on Sunday. Okay, I'll check that out. We are going to do pizza dough this weekend, but I'll have to keep an eye out on that because I do like some naan bread. But yeah, and then Rose was really excited about the naan bread too.
Is it a white bread? Is naan a white bread? How do you make it?
It's a flatter bread. It's not like a, I think it's not
I know
leavened.
what it is, but I'm just curious, like what goes in it.
It's, you know, it doesn't, nothing goes in it. You use it to dip like into curries and stuff like that. To make it? I have no idea. That's why I was going to check it out. I've never made it before, but I love curry. Oh, see, she made it for oxtail, for curried oxtail. See, that's amazing. I would love that recipe. Although you don't like curry,
like curry.
And that would be perfect for you.
I hate curry so much. I think it reeks. I think it smells so bad.
It's so amazing. We're like a divided house because
we really are.
My oldest and I love curry, and then Matt and our youngest hate it. So we're just like, so I never get to make it except when Matt goes on a road trip. And then I always make an alternative for my youngest. But yeah. Ooh, a beef curry. That sounds amazing.
Joy Bless Life just showed up.
Yeah. Hi, Joy. How's it going? I think I told you before. They're the ones out in the Gatlinburg area. Okay. Pigeon Forge. Yeah. Yeah, see, Rose, I'm with you. See, curry is amazing.
Never enough time. We have about 11 acres, just slightly over that, right? Slightly
it's like
under
10,
that.
6.5, something like that.
Yeah. And most of it's grass, grassy type area. And then we have about an acre and a half, or acre to an acre and a half pond, I would say.
Yeah.
And then, so if we wanted to do more animals, we have room.
Yeah.
We just don't have the lifestyle, I don't think, that would let us have a lot more animals, because we both work outside the home, and
then our youngest has activities that we have to basically take her to and from, which is why I had added in the thumbnail that because Matt wasn't supposed to be here, but because our Thursdays, and so yeah. So he wasn't supposed to be here, but because of the weather, they decided to skip it out.
Discard milk, plain yogurt, salt, olive oil, and flour. See, the flour is the kick in the butt. That's the flour is where it causes problems for diabetics. Now, it would depend on how much, obviously, but
yeah. Hey, Tina Ladybug. I hope everybody's doing well. So, Rose, I did mention seed starting. I have started my seeds, and I'm super excited. Everything's coming in nicely. I've got a ton of like cool weather stuff in there. Peas. I do start my beets. I'm kind of weird. I kind of follow the Charles Dowding thing. So I do start my beets indoors. And then what else do I have? I have arugula. I have a couple of different kinds of kale, a salad type lettuce. It's a Rocky Top lettuce from Baker Creek. Then we've got some crimson tomatoes. We've got tomatillos. We have beefsteak tomatoes, Anaheim peppers, serranos. They came up, yellow wax Hungarian peppers, like all sorts of yummy stuff.
Hey, Don. Nice to see you.
Yeah. Oh, I hope you get that sorted out, man. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want you to miss that.
We've been having some internet issues ourselves.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Steve. I would love to try that. Would love it.
No, yes. You can just hang on to that. building.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't get to watch the video yet, but I know you use Hugo culture, which is what we do too, or what we've done in the past. So
yeah, we wanted to build some beds this year, based on Don at Little Mountain Life.
Yeah.
On the videos that he made when he built some raised beds, and so we were going to try that, but then holy crap, everything is so expensive.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're going to go ahead and do it like Don did, or if we will just try and do something differently. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about just doing until maybe prices get a little bit more manageable. Just doing some no dig in ground beds. That would probably be the most cost effective ways, or the most cost effective way to do it. So
I really wanted to do the beds though, because those actually look like a fun build.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of just, I mean, it just cleans up your garden so well.
Yeah. Sorry, I still have a little bit of a cough, which is why I'm drinking the Mullen tea.
As you can probably tell, Emma's still not quite well.
I apologize for that, guys. Well, and it's these changes in temperatures, they absolutely just like wreck me every time. It's this time of year. I'm usually pretty miserable. So where we'll have like 65-degree weather one day and the next day will literally drop to 25. So it's no good.
They're holding up well. That's awesome.
I saw them. Yeah, I saw them.
So did you use galvanized corrugated steel, Don? Was that what you used?
I think I think it's got galvanized. I think it is.
Yeah, I know it was steel, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah. So Josh from Mountain Roots, he just put out a video. He went and found a tree stump to put his anvil on. That anvil that he was cleaning up. Yeah.
Cool. I just got I've been working on a leg vise, getting a leg vise cleaned up, and I took it all apart, sprayed it down with some breaker fluid, and let it sit for a little while, and then from Lowe's. Okay.
Yeah.
Let it sit for a while, and then took a wire brush on a drill and got all the rust cleaned off of it. And I need to make a new spring for it. So that's hopefully I'll get to do that this weekend, and then finish up your knife, Don. If I could do that this weekend, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But we have the duck coop as well, so
yeah,
we do that this weekend. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But we have the duck coop as well, so
yeah,
busy weekend.
It's gonna be a cold weekend, but at least we can work in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
That is nice thing. We'll need to
with the forge on.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, and then I think somebody earlier had asked about Shed Wars, what Shed Wars was. And so Shed Wars is just a bunch of, basically a group of YouTubers that do gardening, homesteading, and that wanted to share a series of videos on growing food. They want to teach people how to grow food. And so the reason that I did it is I wanted to be held accountable for the stuff I'm doing, because last year because we had a vacation like right at the time that we would be doing seed starting and all of that, getting our meat chickens, I kind of got lazy, and I ended up not growing as much food as I'd wanted. And so I wanted to do Shed Wars as a way to hold me accountable to the garden and actually getting some food grown, and a lot of food grown, since we're making some changes to our diet. I want to make sure that Matt's getting some good, nutritious, homegrown food. And so that's what that is. So Josh said he needs one of those vices too. Yeah. What are those?
I got my leg vise on on eBay for something like $60, and you're probably not going to be able to find that cheap anymore. I got it for 50 or 60, knowing that I was going to have to do some work on it. So that's what I've been doing, trying to get that ready. But yeah, you might try eBay.
Yeah. Rose, that is a lot of work getting the garden set up. Oh, it's blowing pretty good now. We might actually get interrupted.
That's all right.
But yeah, one of the reasons that we're doing the new beds is because we're kind of changing up that area that the garden is in. We're putting the chickens and the ducks out there. And so yeah, we're just making some big changes. So the garden, yeah, Rose, and that's one of the reasons that we considered doing sourdough. I'm not a baker, but it's something I'm definitely willing to try because I want to make sure that Matt's eating food that's not going to hurt him. So when Josh and Jordan were here from Working Aussies Homestead, it was funny because Matt and I, a couple days before that, we'd started talking about sourdough and, getting started with that. And Josh and Jordan got here and he mentioned sourdough and he's like, I've got Josie, which is his sourdough starter. So he shared some of that with us. And so we were able to kind of get our own little starter going. And so.
Yeah, I'm not 100% and somebody posted something about sourdough bread and yes, you're correct about it having a lower glycemic impact on your blood sugar, or as far as your blood sugar goes. There are a couple. So I've tried a couple of different things. I don't know if any of you have heard of Magic Spoon or not. It's a cereal that has zero glycemic impact, and so it won't spike your blood sugar when you take it. I'm sorry, when you eat it. And I tried that. I ate that for breakfast for about a month or so, but it is so expensive. So I decided I wasn't going to do that anymore. So, I might just switch to bacon and eggs on a daily basis, or, eggs on sourdough bread or something like that.
Yeah. But
the sourdough bread, you're right. It also has a low glycemic impact. And it also, because of the natural yeast, and it is made with white flour, but because of the natural yeast that's in the what do you call it? It's not called a starter after it's been started. What's it
fermenting?
Called?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the natural yeast in that will actually help your gut health quite a bit, and also lead to lower. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to get all these definitions right, but I think a lower amount of insulin resistance that's built up in your system. So that at least that's my understanding. I mean, I don't know exactly how it all works, but I do know that sourdough bread is better for you. There are a lot of people that'll tell you can't have that, but I disagree.
Yeah. I miss saying hello to Brian's Les Hills Gardens or Homestead. Sorry. How's it going? I hope you're having a good evening. Yeah, Josh, we're getting from Mountain Roots. We're getting crazy weather like that too. Yeah. It's again, that's why I'm having to drink my mullein tea and coughing here and there.
So yeah, Wholesome Roots. So I love their I guess would be their Fruit Loops equivalent. It's really good, and also just their frosted ones are really good. Those are my favorite. But it's expensive. It's like I did the math on it, and it was absurd amount of money per ounce.
Yeah.
As opposed to like a Cheerios or something like that, which I can't have that either. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I agree with that too. Emma and I were talking the other day, So what if I have 2 slices of sourdough bread in the morning
Yeah.
that and I were talking the other day, so what if I have 2 slices of sourdough bread in the morning
Yeah.
that cost me, you know, 20 grams of carbs or something, whatever that is, 30 grams
Yeah.
of eat probably 230 carbs
Yeah.
before lunch. And so bringing that down to 100 would be a lot better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what we're talking about, a whole foods approach. And for me, it's, that's what I want to do, is kind of take that,
yeah.
making sure that we're eating real food that's not coming out of a box for the most part. And the more food we can eat that's coming from the garden, the better, because, we know exactly where it came from.
Yeah.
And so, so that's kind of what we're going to try and figure out and see what's going to work for us. So,
and that's what we talked to Josh and Jordan about, is that, over time, the types of foods that we eat hasn't really changed. It's the way that we prepare them and the way that we package them and preserve them for a longer amount of time that's drastically changed.
Yeah.
And so, that's what we want to try to. Those are the types of foods we want to try to avoid.
Yeah.
Is those foods that have been changed from their natural state, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, and we do. Yeah, pretty much what you said. Yeah, I've heard about the keto flu. Yeah, I have heard about that. I've actually, I didn't have the keto flu, but I had, when I did Whole30, you get a similar kind of crash or kind of sickly feeling in that first week that you're detoxing basically from all of the crap that you've put in your body. All of the crap that you've put in your body. But yeah. Yeah, I use a lot of sea salt when I cook. So
I use kosher salt when I clean the iron skillets.
Yeah, so Josh, we might be cutting in and out. We are getting snow right now, and we're getting some wind gusts that might affect the feed. So we do apologize for that, but
we might go ahead and cut it short.
Yeah, we might cut it short early.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we can do that now.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you guys popping in, hanging out with us. We'll
sorry for the weather.
Yeah, we do apologize for the weather. But it has been kind of on and off today. But yeah, there's Steven's from Boots and Bounty Homestead. Well, not Steven, that's probably Casey.
You made it just in time to say goodbye.
Yeah, we're about to hop off here. Our connection's not quite the most stable, but yeah, we do appreciate you guys popping in and hanging out with us. And we should have a new video out on Tuesday. And I'm not sure when we'll be doing our lives. We want to do some lives, but we're not going to do them every week. So, yeah. So we still need to decide on how the frequency of those. So what we can commit to. Yeah. But I hope you guys have a good night. Guys, stay warm, stay healthy, and we'll see you guys around. Adios.
Adios.